What do you have when you take an intimate group of friends, 5 badass top tier heroines, wacky adventures, over the top action, and some of the best character interaction writing that visual novels have to offer? You have Majikoi. Hi, my name is August and welcome to the August Tale, and I want to help you find something great to read and experience. Today, we're going to take a look at one of the most beloved visual novels out there. With a great cast of characters, plentiful fight scenes, and lovable heroines, this visual novel stands at the top, bringing you lots of comedy, drama, and action for you to enjoy. Today, we are going to take a look at Majikoi Love Me Seriously. Our story takes place in Kawakami City, a place strongly dedicated to its samurai ancestry and fighting spirit. Yamato, a second-year student at Kawakami Academy, is always seen with his close childhood friends and are an inseparable group. With a secret base for meetings, the group spends their time having fun and exciting adventures together. But with the addition of 2 new girls into their group, everything begins to change, creating new conflicts, drama, and perhaps even romance. Now, despite the vanilla premise, if there's something special about Majikoi, it's how entertaining and lively these characters are in this visual novel. Everyone in the Kazuma family has distinct personalities that bounce off each other well, and that's apparent in the prose, and how the conversation naturally flows between all of the members. It's very well written, organically resembling the atmosphere of a group of college friends hanging out. Except in this case, all of the women in their group are also weapons of mass destruction. The guys are also entertaining in their own right. Our protagonist Yamato, a breath of fresh air from normal visual novel protagonist, is quite the schemer, nicknamed the Tactician. Using his keen intellect, he does whatever it takes to win, but always to prevent his friends from getting hurt. Gakuto, while he is the hopeless skirt chaser, his pure muscle and guts makes him a reliable pillar of the group. And Kazuma, the captain and leader of the group, is as free as the wind, taking him and his whims wherever he desires, sometimes even across the world.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. Well, hurry up and come over here. I can't. Where are you right now?
Now, this isn't just restricted to the Kazuma family too. There isn't a dull character at all. All of their classmates and rivals have unique characteristics that when put together create some entertaining and intriguing scenarios. That said, some of Majikoi's supporting cast tend to have those typical degenerate anime tropes. It may be because I'm much older now, or it's because Majikoi is a much older work, but I roll my eyes whenever it comes to these degenerate moments, like Jun's lolicon tendencies, or Haguro's exaggerated horniness, or Yonpachi's entire character. While the conversations are quirky, comedic, and realistic, it can also feel dull as it's mostly idle conversation. Luckily, this is less apparent if there's a big topic to talk about, like Momoyo's latest victim she put in the hospital. And over time, as I kept on reading, I started to get attached to the characters and their lives, and even some of the most unlikely individuals I had grown to like. The large ensemble of characters is one of the strongest points of this visual novel, and it's a testament to how good the writing is if practically every character, even the villains, are compelling, humorous, and entertaining. Now let's focus on the heroines. First off, we have Chris, the new transfer student. I chose Chris first. She's absolutely adorable as the cutest teasing target of a heroine.
Yamato! お前騙したな!
Her honest, honorable, and idealistic traits make her a prideful individual, but she always has those moments of childish stubbornness and spoiled naivety that round her out. The contrast between Yamato and Chris's personality is also icing on the cake. Given Yamato's scheming nature and Chris's straightforward attitude, they often get into disagreements, but they still attempt to understand each other's principles and get influenced by each other. It's a cute relationship with a smile that's worth wagering war on the country of Germany for. A bit of forewarning for Chris's first H scene, as it may be controversial because of the context, but on a non-serious note, I'm more impressed by the sheer stamina of Yamato. The man's hung like Masakase, and I'm not talking about the cell phone strap. Next we have Momoyo, the undefeated Kawakami berserker that rivals God itself. As an example, here's a power chart of the main heroines. Wanko's our baseline right here, powerful through pure hard work and guts. Now don't be deceived by her placement here. While she's at the bottom, if we look below her, we have almost the rest of the female cast. Now despite being an archer, Miyako could put up a fight by herself, along with having the intelligence to boot. Next we have Chris, who's much stronger depending on the day of the week Yamato decides not to mess with her. And after that we have Yuki, who's a hidden powerhouse in terms of pure strength and talent. And then we have Momoyo, who's all the way up here. Momoyo is the strongest character with her butch capabilities going off the charts, but it's lonely being at the top, so it's up to Yamato to be the type of man who can meet her ideals. Despite being Momoyo's route, this story was all about Yamato and his personal journey of trying to win over an actual war goddess. Yamato works incredibly hard, with Majikoi treating this like a shonen anime, as every bit of hype is packed into this route. The route constantly builds up to its climax in order to prove his worth, with fights that reach Dynasty Warrior x Dragon Ball Z levels of proportion that breaks any suspension of disbelief into absolute absurdity. And then you remember, this is just their average Tuesday. Yuki is a sweetheart with a tempered blade, but has trouble getting that sword out of her sheath, metaphorically speaking. She's determined to make friends, but her social anxiety holds her back, lamenting her troubles to her inhuman comedy partner, Masukase.
やったな、まゆっち。こっからバリバリ頑張れ。はい。
Throughout the common route and her story, she's really trying her hardest. Funny enough, for a route all about making friends in this friendship simulator, halfway through I forgot her story was all about her anxiety in the first place. I have to give it credit though. It takes the most unlikely combination of characters and puts them together in one place. All for the sake of Nakama energy. And when they're facing something that can put the entire state of Japan at jeopardy, you better bet that friendship is hella powerful. And with Yuki's sword dance coming in full blast for support. Overall, I'm just so proud of her. She's come so far in her route and I'm very happy for her. After Yuki, let's talk about Miyako's route, and I'm talking about her actual route, not the cursed bad endings. Now with any friend group, there will always be those fun times, but there's always going to be moments when disagreements turn into fights. Miyako's route covers the more melancholy side of friendship, covering more backstory about the origins of the Kazuma family. Ironic that her route talks about friends drifting away, for a character that is horny on main for the entire visual novel. While Miyako is cool and collected, she's passionate about the relationships she has in the Kazuma family. Unfortunately, whenever she's not around her friends, she's antisocial to everyone around her and has dependency issues. A prime character in which her overly clinginess has narrative relevant meaning. And along with her troubling history with her mother winning Worst Parent of the Year doesn't make it any better. But despite all that, Miyako goes through the biggest transformation and her route presents a great message about inner strength and family heritage. Next we have Kawakami Kazuko, otherwise affectionately known as Wanko, which stands for one half faithful dog and one half lovable innocent mascot. Wanko is one energetic and simple-minded girl, a competitive and hardworking individual that absolutely never skipped a leg day. Now let's go back to that power level tier list. While Wanko may be down here in terms of strength and intelligence, let me change something right here, and oh would you look at that, she's number 1 in terms of character routes. This girl is holding on to some major weights, both metaphorically and literally. Seriously, for quite the energetic, happy-go-lucky girl, no one person should have to go through this much pain and hardship. As she's put through some soul-crushing moments, the rest of us are going through a roller coaster of emotions, as we're cheering her on to do her very best.
どうしてそこでやめるんだそこでもう少し頑張ってみろよダメ諦めたら周りのこと思えよ応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろってあともうちょっとのところなんだから俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ絶対言ってみろ必ず目標達成できるだからこそ Never give up!
Wanko's route presents a wonderful message about dreams, aspirations, perseverance, and hard work. Sure, you may laugh at such a simple message or Kazuko's simplistic nature, but there's no discrediting that her route is inspirational, powerful, and deeply satisfying. And that's not the end of the visual novel. After you've completed all of the main routes, you will unlock the final last route of the game, which is the grand culmination of everything so far. All of the characters are brought together with their own aspirations and motives, bringing a great blend of action, mystery, and suspense with real consequences, and serves as a great send-off for the visual novel. At least until the sequel game, and the multiple fan discs. For the structure of Majikoi, there are 5 main routes, 6 sub-routes, and the final hidden route. Initially, you will be forced to choose the main routes, and over time, as you complete each route, you will unlock the sub-routes. The soundtrack is plentiful with tracks that accompany the spirit and heart of Majikoi. Playful and fun during its everyday slice-of-life moments, and courageous and uplifting during its more wilder scenes. But the best ones are the intense, high-energy, hard rock tracks, and it's these ones that tend to be the most memorable for their placement in fight scenes. Each of those tracks carry weight and gets your blood pumping whenever the characters are ready to duke it out. Majikoi's action scenes would not have the same effect without those tracks. It has that much of an impact. Now, for a visual novel published in 2009, the character designs and looks have not aged poorly at all. But you know what has aged? Its resolution size. I would pray for a remastered version of Majikoi, but who needs that when Minato Soft can just release 5 fan discs in addition to their sequel visual novel. In conclusion, Majikoi is a fantastic title. I give Majikoi a 5 out of 5 with a seal of recommendation. While it's unassuming in its initial premise, the story is carried by its strong character writing with its mixture of humorous slice-of-life moments and its off-the-wall action. A visual novel where I was not disappointed at all by any of the main heroine routes. Each route is packed with content that'll make you invested in the world of Majikoi and its characters, being both a blast to read and meaningful to take away from. The Kazuma family cheers each other on, they tease each other, and they even get into arguments from time to time, but no matter what, they are always there for each other. A message powerful enough to make you think about your own relationships too. Hey guys, we're friends, right?
Ew, what?
Is this for one of your weird YouTube videos?
Boo.
Thanks. Subscribe if you liked the video and want to see more. Check back every week for new content. For more of my thoughts, you can find me on Twitter at TheAugustHeo. Check out some of my other anime visual novel reviews on my channel if you are interested.